Joe Siracusa, the Dean of Global Futures at the Faculty of Humanities at Curtin University, and he joins me live from Melbourne in Australia. Thank you so much for being with us on the program. What do you make of Trump's recent rhetoric criticizing both Putin and Zelensky?
Good afternoon. Well, look, I don't take the president's complaints here about Putin very seriously. I mean, he says he's annoyed. He's annoyed because he seems to have no control over Putin. So far as I could figure out, and I believe that President Trump has washed his hands of these negotiations. He's going to leave it to Putin, or he's going to leave it to Russia and Ukraine. And I think the road to peace lies through Turkey here. I mean, I think Istanbul will play a significant role as this comes to an end. Efnan, during the Vietnam War, took 5 years to negotiate the final ceasefire. And during that 5 years, tens of thousands of people died. Because there is a ceasefire negotiation or a process in place, doesn't mean people are going to stop killing each other. I mean, there are, I think it's going to take place. That is, there's going to be peace, and everybody knows there's some kind of an arrangement. The Europeans are powerless to do anything about it because they're afraid of doing anything without the Americans. And Donald Trump has turned elsewhere. When Trump talks about how upset he is about the killing, I mean, this to me is ludicrous. I mean, he could say something about what's going on in Gaza, where you have a genuine killing field, and he says nothing at all. And he's worried about 307 Russian missiles and drones. So, I don't take it seriously. But I think Ukraine and Russia are on their own now. I think Putin's in control of negotiations. Mm-hmm. I think the president has sort of washed his hands. And look, President Trump has got other things to do. He's engaged in tariff wars, the war with undocumented immigrants. He's at war with Harvard University, of all places. Mm-hmm. I don't think he has the capacity to juggle this many balls at once.
Let's talk about the prospects of those negotiations. Not a lot of trust is being put towards Russia, given how the recent direct talks unfolded here in Istanbul. Do you see that changing at all? What do you think Russia's trying to achieve here?
Yes, I do. Now, look, Russia has commanders in the field who have a great deal of authority to do what they want. They're trying to get some kind of a line. I mean, Russia's made it very clear that it's going to keep Crimea, the Donbass, and a few other places. And, that's the end of the story. I mean, I think these attacks on Ukraine this late at this stage is sort of Putin's way of talking to Zelensky. What he's saying is, there's only one off-ramp here, and it's going to be determined by the Russians. I mean, Zelensky knows, as President Trump reminded him in the Oval Office afternoon, he has no cards to play. I mean, he's got nothing he can do about this. I mean, the Russians are going to come forward. And how is a nation of Ukraine size, who's lost 14 million of its people through living abroad and living elsewhere in the region, mm-hmm. How does a nation like Ukraine fight a nation with 11 time zones? I mean, Russia's got all the time in the world to bring this too close, as during the Vietnam War, as a matter of fact. But look, it will come to an end. People are talking about a ceasefire. They're talking about the end of the war, and no young Ukrainian boy or Russian young man wants to be the last casualty in the war. So mm-hmm. once people start talking about peace, peace will come.
Joe Siracusa, it's always a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.